set up a blind. We're recurving, he's gobbling just over the hill. I should be able to hear him drumming in a second. Well, opening morning in Tennessee. Turned out to be a good morning. I called one up, but he just didn't want to top this hill in front of me and get where he could see the decoys. He went around this way, still out there gobbling. He got close enough he could see and hear, you know, if it was a real hen. You know, he didn't get no closer. I tried to fan him in. He saw that and liked it and came back this way, but he just didn't come in. But struck one in Tennessee about 2 o'clock in the evening. I've been walking all day practically trying to find a hot bird, and I finally found one. I got a horrible setup on him. My only opportunity was really just sit up in the road and hopefully call him up to the road. It's real thick out there. I don't think I could have gotten closer with the leaves, as noisy as they are. And just really got a good setup on him. This is about the best I can do. I mean, he could walk up to this road, you know, see the decoys and come in. That's what I'm hoping for. I can hear him drumming, but I can't see him. Get close. That son of a gun wore me out. That turkey has wore me out. Golly. He gobbled off down to the right of the road. And I couldn't find a place set up in the woods. It was just looking out in the woods. It's just thick, all these hollies and junk. And, oh boy, that acted like an old bird. And that son of a gun, he was gobbling pretty good at crows and stuff. I was walking this road, middle of the day. I ate lunch probably, it was probably close to 2 o'clock, 1:30. And I started walking this road and I went the other way to begin with. I never heard a turkey gobble. I said, well, I'll walk this way. And come back to the fork of the road and took this fork and headed south. And just walking down through there, and he gobbled right off to the right of the road. Well, I looked for a place, you know, to get in the woods. I don't traditionally like to hunt on these roads and everything. I like to get out in the woods with them. Excuse me. And the sucker was gobbling off. I said, well, if I can call him up to this road. So I scooted down the road far enough where it hit the road in front of me, hopefully. And I called, and he gobbled, and it wasn't a minute I whispered in the camera, I think I hear him drumming. Well, I just expected to see him out there any second because it was drumming loud. And somehow he crossed the road out, and I can see 75 yards. So I don't know how he got across the road without me seeing him. He may have been just the other side of what I can see, or he may just caught me, looking in a different direction. He crossed the road, but he undoubtedly was far enough he didn't see the decoys because he didn't come down here. And he come all the way around. All the way around. If he started at 12 o'clock, he come all the way around at 6 o'clock and then went all the way around at 5 o'clock behind me. I thought he was going to come out in the road behind me and come by the blind, which he eventually did. But to begin with, he didn't. He didn't quite make it to the road. Then he started working his way back. This last time he gobbled, he was at about 9 o'clock, and I thought he was going to come back around in front somehow. Indirectly, the last couple of drums, he sounded a little bit louder, and I started hearing him walking. It was too late to look. I mean, he was close walking, and he came out. He must have hit the road like 5 yards behind me. And I just heard him marching. You could probably hear him in the camera marching. I kind of wanted to swing around. He came 2 yards of the blind. I'll just have to show you. I got good holly cover between me and the road, even though it's only 2 yards from the road. And he come right by the blind. And I got this huge tree right here in front of me because I was expecting him to come down the road this way. So I didn't get any footage other than just he hit the decoy and knocked the decoy. I don't even know if he was on camera. It was a little aggravating. If I'd had blind slid over it, I had a little more view, but I was expecting him to come down the road and get all that footage this way. He came down the road this way. I gotta go out here and see what I got, because it could be some big birds. I've killed some big birds up here. And just take the whole darn camera out. This thing's got kind of like a built-in gimbal. And have to cut some of that. Alright, let's scoot out of the blind. Real interesting to see what I got. Man. Yeah, he hit the road like right here. Right here, that's the trail he come down. He was right behind the blind. He hit the road right here. And there's the blind right there. And I heard him just marching right through here. Right to the decoy. I've got that big tree I can't film. Just wasn't expecting him to come. He hit the decoy right here and knocked it over here. And there he is, folded up. I figured it. Hooks. He acted like he had hooks. He acted like that other bird I've been fooling with. That's good. That's good. 1 3/8 spurs. Fine Tennessee turkey. Something I used to do all the time. I kind of got away from it about the time I started my YouTube channel. What I'd do is I'd kind of recap the hunt, and more from the standpoint of what made this hunt successful and what kind of turned the tide on this hunt. And there ain't no doubt on this particular hunt, when I gave him the silent treatment, that's what worked. And as bad as I wanted to yelp, and I wanted to yelp, I yelped from the time he was out there all the way around behind me. But it got to the point where I knew I was dealing with a bad turkey. And a lot of times the silent treatment is best on them. I'd done scratched in the leaves. I'd done everything that I could do when he was hung up and skirting me. But it wasn't until I started giving him the silent treatment well, he didn't come right in. But I believe if I would have kept calling, he would have skirted me again. I'm just about 100% sure if I would have kept calling, he would have just skirted me again.